Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank all my previous speakers and thank you all the dignitaries for attending this webinar today. So my presentation is going to be on blue economy policy and investment based on UDA, how that enables building an enabling ecosystem. So the crux of my presentation is going to be with the whole blue economy policy being drafted and being finalized and various investment channels being investigated, how UDA-based investments and policy framework would create the enabling environment for the present conditions, which include the various technological and scientific innovations that's going on parallelly. So setting up the context, what is blue economy? So everybody is aware of what blue economy is, all the activities that encompass where we harness the oceans. At the same time, the word blue economy, the phrase came from Gunter Pauli, who actually had a very logical idea of creating a circular economy based out of oceans. So our journey has come very far from how it was initially designed, and now we have various other developments, various technological innovations going on, and the global scope wise, we are trying to integrate the marine and coastal industries with environmental preservation. At the same time, we are also trying to make sure that we are addressing the climate resilience for security and economic growth issues. What India's response has been is aligning it with the SDG 14 goals, emphasizing sustainable use and policy formation. So what we already have is a decentralized governance mechanism, which can be utilized to make sure that we incorporate the elements of blue economy for making sure the technology, the science, and the policy aspects are integrated and all the stakeholders are brought together properly. So we have a system, the capacity and capability building are going to be the next step that's going to be required. And bringing out the synergies between various departments and ministries is also essential. And setting up strategic priorities of which, because we have a lot of emerging industries as well. So how are we going to tackle all of that? So amidst all of this, UDA-enabled mechanisms would help bring transparency and digitally prudent stakeholders. So what is the benefit of integration in blue economy? It strengthens relationship, creativity, and innovation, and the long-term satisfaction. So there is a difference between integration and compromise. So compromise means taking away from a lot of the interests of different stakeholders. But on the other hand, integration is trying to find a solution which makes sure that that the interests of different parties are not significantly taken away from. So the challenges are resistance barriers, communication barriers, and power imbalances, and lack of mechanisms. So there's a lot of global and regional trends going on. I'll skip this slide. What are the various challenges at present? So we have the policy and governance gaps. We have capability shortages. We have lack of infrastructure analytics. So we are building a lot of projects, the Sagamala project, the Sagar vision, etc. We have a vision, but are we like what is we are taking a lot of steps, but what is the do we have the proper analytics of what is the vision? What are we moving towards? So are we moving towards a green without understanding the blue? So all of these questions are essential that we pose before we take any concrete steps. And there's data opacity. So there's a lot of data, there's a lot of staggered data with different ministries. So there's a lack of comprehensive analytics and data integration. And that is what MRC is trying to fill in. Integrating different data together and coming up with tools that are beneficial for the stakeholders and which are easily understandable, accessible, and but at the same time provides value and to what we are trying to achieve. So we have various high potential sectors, and we are trying to leverage technology to do that. AI, Internet of Things, machine learning, marine special. We are trying to have all these indicators set up for us. and making sure that we are doing everything aligned with the global and regional trends. So the various enabling policies and innovation platforms are here in incentives, uh, public-private partnerships, hackathons, skill building, etc. So one of the projects that we initiated this year was Blue Economy Accounting. So this is a decision support tool which kind of tries to prioritize various sectors based out of oceans. And we are trying to evaluate their economic value. And at the same time, we do not, at present, we do not have like a proper system to indicate what is the contribution of the blue economic activities. But which is very important. Even apart from the scientific and the technological data, we also need to know the economic value of what we are doing, so that we support, we do the integration, we take up the integration properly. So quantifying various health benefits of the different industries is essential. This was basically a project where one of our interns from Kerala, she visited the field and made certain observations and tried to make a formulative framework. And this is an ongoing project. So the objective of this project was to construct a classification system linking Indian marine sectors, come up with a comprehensive accounts framework, and also deepen the sectoral evaluation. So in order to build up India's blue economy startup ecosystem, we need, these are very specific but essential. I mean, it's essential that we reiterate these again and again, because we still haven't reached that particular phase where we can say that we completely finished these tasks. So academia, industry, and government, there are various challenges, but we need to take these up one by one, step by step. For example, this webinar itself is like an outreach and collaboration mechanism. And at the same time, we also have, need dedicated financing mechanisms, which are based out of these UDA essential indicators. And then we have various, we need pilot deployments and test beds to see if modeling and simulation frameworks that we are proposing works and gets validated. So the way forward is basically outreach, making sure everybody's sensitized to this information, and then engage with the stakeholders. And to sustain it, we need innovation and investment. Thank you. And I would just briefly tell you about what MRC and NDT are doing on this blue economy subject. So our research basically brings together science, technology, and policy. We are at present trying to develop a marine spatial planning framework, which is customized to the tropical conditions. So we are also going to be publishing our MSP handbook, which brings together policy, technology, and capacity building initiatives that are necessary from the tropical context. We are also developing various tools, MSP, APY, sediment management tool, digital twins, biofouling management, etc. Parallelly, we are also making sure that all our the liberal arts aspects are also covered, the socio-economic, cultural, and political indicators. We have a lot of publications platforms. We do field interactions regularly. Some of them are to Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Kerala coast. Apart from that, we have a robust skilling and capacity building initiatives going on with respect to e-learning modules, etc. And then our focus has been regional, and our outreach has focused on the tropical waters and the Indo-Pacific. Our field visits have been to, as I mentioned, to various Indian coasts, and we are trying to validate our digital tools, get feedback, and incorporate them back into our tools, gap analysis, technology capacity, and how the accessibility to various resources for supporting their work. Our observations has been people, economy, nature on ground, and then sensitization of these people, identifying community strengths and indigenous knowledge, building relationship for co-developing solutions and knowledge generation. So these are some of the pictures from our field visits, where we are engaging the fisherfolk communities who are also engaged in seaweed cultivation. We traveled with them. We also gave them a small presentation on our work, and they have come up with interesting questions, and which has helped develop our own understanding of the field realities and modify our tools accordingly. With this, I would like to end my presentation. Thank you for your attention.